welcome to FinTalks, a chat with Finance Malta Members Edition. With me today I have Jonathan Vassallo, Managing Director of Dixcart Management Malta, which is a member of Finance Malta. And during this podcast we will be discussing private wealth in Malta. Thank you, Mr. Vassallo, for joining me to basically inform our audience about your company and about private wealth in this country. First question is, how has Malta fared during the pandemic?
Well, like all other countries, Malta has been hit severely by the pandemic. But I think the government and the local authorities have put in place the right attitude and the right measures to ease the problems faced by the industry and the sectors within the Malta community. You can see that there was a balance between health measures and also the concern for the financial problems encountered during this pandemic. And in fact, the government through Malta Enterprise has put in place various measures to assist those hit mostly by the pandemic, mainly the tourism and accommodation sectors, but also others. And through Malta Enterprise, they have rolled out various incentives such as the quarantine leave incentive, the rent and electricity subsidies, one-time cash grants, investment aid assistance, and various others, which have helped a bit during these difficult moments which everyone has encountered.
If like we zoom on your company, how did this help you?
Well, we operate, Descartes operates in the financial services where we assist international investors setting up businesses in Malta, and also other individuals looking to relocate or come to Malta for various reasons. We weren't directly assisted through investment aids, but nevertheless, the government has put in place assistance for our staff to work remotely. When there's quarantine leave, there was also assistance, and also to various of our clients which we assist, there have been investment aids offered to them in the respective sectors that they operate.
If we had to remove the aids that you're mentioning and we go back to our original subject for today, which is the private wealth in Malta, how would have this this issue would be affected if there was no help?
Well, definitely it wouldn't have been the same picture as we're seeing today. So with the assistance and the measures put in place by the government to assist such industries, there has been allowance for such investors to pause their investments but not withdraw them completely. So the fact that the government managed to maintain such investors in Malta is a good prospect for the future.
Okay, leaving aside this nightmare of the pandemic, and let's be a bit more positive, how has the nature of the business changed in the 14 years of Descartes Malta's operations?
Well, as you well said, Deca has been in Malta for the last 14 years. Initially, when the Malta office was set up, it wasn't all roses because it was in the middle of a worldwide recession, whereas Malta was topping the charts in economic growth. But since our business depends on foreign investment, it wasn't that ideal at that time. However, during the years, the attraction to Malta and the investment into Malta started flowing, and we could see a lot of businesses setting up in Malta in various fields. Not only when it comes to holding companies and investments, but also in various other sectors like shipping, gaming, yachting industry, and also various other sectors which Malta attracted.
Mr. Vassallo, if you had to zoom in the future, and especially in the coming months, because of what happened in the world, where should Malta tap more when it comes to investment? What should we do? Are there any new investments which you think we should focus more?
Well, Malta, the good thing about Malta is that we have a high level element of human resources. We don't have any natural resources, and we have always exploited human resources in all its top level. In terms of where I see Malta going, I think Malta has always been proactive in innovation and looking at new opportunities, like we've seen with medical cannabis, artificial intelligence, blockchain, and cryptocurrency. And I presume that the government and the authorities are always keen to poach into these new areas in order to sustain economic growth and development through innovation.
How can companies like Descartes help in all this?
Well, our aim is to provide corporate and wealth advice to individuals. So our aim with the background of what Malta offers, we meet with prospective clients across different countries through our marketing roadshows and nowadays virtual roadshows. And we assist them and approach them to make them understand the benefits of Malta, how Malta can assist startup businesses and also established businesses, and the right environment, the stable environment that Malta has always had is fundamental for such investors in coming to Malta and establishing themselves there.
My next question is, I feel it's the $1 million question, which we've been asking in this country for a number of years. And is Malta still the destination of choice for high net worth individuals?
Well, high net worth individuals always look for stability and protection of their assets mainly, and
prosperity.
And prosperity, yes, as well. However, Malta authorities, even regulators, have always ticked these boxes which are fundamental for high net worth individuals to consider moving either themselves or their assets to Malta. So, with respect to your question, I think Malta is the place to be for high net worth individuals, and this can be seen factually by the number of investments that we assist in bringing to Malta. Ourselves, we assist a number of clients which have established themselves in Malta nowadays, operate from offices in Malta, employ a number of people in Malta, and have grown significantly over the years. All this obviously based on the fact that government always assists the new industries and the new startups through various schemes.
And how do you find dealing with the various regulators in this country?
Well, as I said, what investors want is stability and protection. And I think the regulators have always been up there in maintaining stability and protection through a sturdy and robust regulation which safeguards the assets of the individuals, of the investors. And that's why in our everyday business we deal with regulators like the Malta Financial Services Authority, the Financial Intelligence Unit, the Malta Business Registry, and so on, who always have a pragmatic approach in the sense that they adopt robust regulation, but at the same time are able to listen and to the concerns of the sectors and adapt where necessary. So that has put Malta, I think, on another level when it comes to embracing investors' concerns.
Okay. I know you do not have a magic ball or a crystal ball, but I'm going to ask you, what does the future look like for Malta?
Well, Fitch last rating was an A plus with a stable outlook, and that is no surprise. Malta has always been on top of things and managed things in a proper way, making it easy for investors to make their decision to move to Malta. So I think the government, with its outlook for the future, will instigate more investment from foreign sources, and this prospers well for the future to come.
Thank you, Mr. Vassallo, for participating in this podcast. I urge you all to watch the FinTalk chats on YouTube, and any questions you can email FinanceMalta. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks.